All right, guys, let's talk about 50 things that can help your diet in the incoming year. Let's get into it. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel where we get on the grind and improve your mind. So in this video, we're going to go over this tweet thread. So let's pull it up from this guy. I believe some of these tips are pretty useful for a lot of you guys that are trying to up your nutrition and your lifestyle this year in upcoming 2023. So we're going to dissect this thread. So first, he posts this, I guess, this is his transformation. He wants to be anonymous, but this is his body transformation from fat to six pack. So congratulations. That is a great thing. A lot of people want to aspire to this. And with this new year incoming, you can. Summer is not for another 6-7 months. So this is your chance to get your nutrition right now so that later in the year, when the weather gets really good, you're going to feel good, feel sick. You're going to get on that path. And we're with you all the way. So let's go into number one. Let's just dive right into it. No bullshit. So
yeah, so I'll read these off. The picture looks great, but let's go and see. He says, I've lost 300 pounds, 130-pound net of fat. Here's 50 things I've learned that work in 2 decades of yo-yo dieting, which I don't know really what yo-yo dieting is. Probably
maybe just like not knowing how to do it. Yeah.
It's probably going on and off of dieting, I guess. Number 1, overeating is 100% emotional. Slay your demons to lose the fat.
Yeah, so a lot of people eat when they're just feeling sad. You got to stop that. You got to be, especially as a man, you got to learn to control your emotions and know what you're going through and be able to control the urge to eat those cookies late at night. You know you shouldn't be doing it. You just don't do it. You want to stay away from all that garbage. Please do not do it. We're trying to become healthier this year. We're trying to become better than we were before. And to do that, we need to learn to control our emotions and not eat when we feel sad and stuff like that. We need to get on the grind and stay consistent, stay disciplined, and keep watching all gains mindset videos on YouTube to keep you
exactly
disciplined.
And once you get into the groove, you won't feel as emotional. You won't be overeating at least as much as you probably were. And so that's always a good thing. So let's go. So number 2 is it's a marathon, not a sprint. Sprinting through your diet will wear you out. And I feel like that's true. Like a diet is when people say, we've talked about this a lot. We don't like using the word diet because diet seems like a short-term commitment where lifestyle is long-term. So we like to use these as more of a lifestyle than really a diet. And so that's what he's talking about here. He's more talking about a lifestyle. You want to create a diet that becomes a lifestyle. Like we've created a lifestyle out of, the ketogenic diet, carnivore diet, stuff like that. And it's worked out well for us because we always stay consistent. We're always doing the things that we know that we should be doing on these types of diets, I guess, right? And in incorporating it into our lifestyle. And it's important that when you go on a specific diet adventure, pretty much, you understand what you need to be eating and you incorporate it into your daily routine, and you don't figure out when you can cheat away from it. You want to create a long-term commitment, because if you want results, you need to commit to those results, and you have to commit to earning those results.
That's right. So number 3, you cannot out cardio a bad diet. Yeah, so you guys thinking that running helps you lose fat. No, it is the food you're consuming, like abs are made in the kitchen kind of thing. Your nutrition is the most important part of fat loss, so make sure you don't forget that.
Yeah, and you can't like eat like 2 large fries from McDonald's and think you could just run them on the treadmill off. Like that's just not how that works.
Yeah, not good. Number 4, you eat more than you think. Yes, a lot of people they underestimate the calories. So, I'm not losing weight because even though I'm doing the right amount, no, you're probably eating more than you think you do. You're not reading the nutrition label correctly. You guys got to stop doing that. Be mindful of that.
Yeah, sometimes I even forget. Sometimes I want to be on a caloric deficit, but then I end up accidentally eating like 3,000 calories because I wanted to have this really big, nice steak, and it was just too many calories, technically. So, but it was all good quality ingredients, and the nutrition was perfect, but it was too much and does not put me in a caloric deficit. So you got to be mindful of that as well when you're in the middle of your lifestyle.
Exactly. Number 5, you burn less than you think. So a lot of people think that they're moving a lot more than they really are. You guys got to really, get on that movement and be exercising every day. At least try to get something in. But a lot of people, they overestimate how much they actually do. I did a mile today. That's all right. That's good. But you got to push for a little bit more. Always be pushing, striving to get a little bit better. So always keep moving. And it never stops. Number
Exactly.
6.
Wait,
Oh,
before you
oh,
hit number 6, I'm sorry. There's also a thing I've heard a lot of people talk about this too, because people say because there I know that there are studies where people say that you lose calories when you sleep, you burn calories when you sleep, and so people think that you can burn as many calories when you sleep as you do when you're active out in the day, but that's
I
not true.
wish. I
If
wish.
that was the case, we no one would be working out.
Oh,
That's just not how it works,
I'd
guys.
be so skinny right now.
If you believed that that was the case, you're completely wrong. Don't worry about the calories that you burn or the fat that you burn when you sleep because it won't matter because you need to worry about the ones when you're awake.
Yep. Number 6, you will get hungry. Yeah, makes necessarily major arrangements for snacks. So you want to make sure you have very healthy snacks around you, or drink a lot of water. A lot of times your body fools you when you think you're hungry, you're actually just thirsty. You need to get hydrated again. So keep that in mind.
Also, if you get hungry, there's if you especially if you do one meal a days. And what I've learned on how to do one meal a days is to use time to your advantage. And so know your schedule for the next 24 hours and figure out when you're going to eat after this. If you plan on doing a 20 like a one meal a day and you're eating at 11 a.m., that's your first meal, and then you're not eating again until the next day. If you want to do a 24-hour fast, okay, what time am I going to be available to eat after that? If do I not want to do a 24-hour fast? Okay, when am I going to be available to eat again before 11 a.m.? When because you're going to be hungry when you hit that 20-hour mark, that 18-hour mark, you're going to start to get hungry. And if you want to do one meal a days, you got to use time to your advantage to make sure that you continue doing this intermittent fasting while keeping to what you want. And you don't want to let your body overwhelm you of you being hungry to then ruin it. If you want to have snacks, then you make of number 1, eat healthy snacks, but number 2, arrange it in a way where you're not, eating too late in the night to where you're going to go to bed with all that stuff in your stomach. You want to have it as at specific times where it will work for your body.
Exactly. Number 7, keep it simple. Fad diets almost always fail. Yeah, guys, remember you don't want to really do a diet. You want to do a nutrition plan that you can stick to, a lifestyle choice. So keep it simple. Try to do things you can know you'll stick to, not something that you'll fail at.
Yeah, and people say, "Oh, keto diet is a fad diet." Well,
Works for some.
it works for some. Number 1, it works for some. Number 2, people who say that it's a fad diet don't last very long in it and they don't create a lifestyle out of it. If you can create a lifestyle out of any diet, then it'll work. And if it was a fad diet, if it was something that got really popular, then and you were able to stay consistent and create a lifestyle out of it and it works, then who cares if it's a fad diet because it works for you. It's something that works.
Exactly. Number 8, build muscle to raise your basal metabolic rate. So, guys, everyone should be lifting weights, right? Not just doing running, but you got to get those muscles building. So, you get a little bit stronger, you be burning that fat. Guys, just get in the gym, lift something, do push ups. When you know what you got to do.
Exactly.
Number 9, you need to place extra emphasis on recovery. So, make sure you guys are getting your sleep, make sure you're resting, not going too overboard. Definitely sleep. You got to get that on
Yeah,
a
sleep
go.
sleep is 100% important. I have to admit, I don't get a lot of sleep. At least I get sleep, but I don't get as much sleep as, a normal human being should. And yes, thank you. And I'll have about like 5 to 6 hours of sleep a day, where I should probably be getting at the minimum 6 and probably around 8 to 9 hours of sleep during the day. But I have a lot of things that I do and I get a lot of work done. So I try to, cope and try to say, oh, but I'm getting all this work done. Look at me. Get some sleep, guys.
Exactly.
It's very important.
Number 10, sleep is an underrated diet hack. Just what we exactly said. Yes, guys, sleep. Use your time wisely. Make sure you get your 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. Number 11, learn to time your meals to minimize hunger and maximize energy. Kind of what Mike was just saying.
That's exactly what I was saying earlier. It's what I used to do when I was really going for the 24-hour fasts. Back in the day, I was planning my meals before I go to work, and then I would have the next meal after that. And so I would have my next meal the next day, same around the same time. But then what I would do is because I would work at night, and then there'd be one day where I'd work either a mid shift or like a 9 to 5, let's say, or like in the morning. And so the day before I would eat at my normal time, as I would the last like 3 or 4 days. And then when it got to that day where I had a different schedule, where it was completely different, I would schedule it so I would actually go and shock my body to do like a 36-hour fast and wouldn't eat until like later in the afternoon instead of eating in the morning, early afternoon when like I was the last few days. And that way I shock my body to not get into the same old habits and the same old routine. I would shock my body to make it believe that, oh, something's happening. Let's go actually do something instead of just staying redundant.
Exactly. Which one are we on?
12.
Yep, number 12. The best fat loss cardio is walking. I don't know if I agree with that one. I think you need to do all different kinds of cardio. Do hit cardio, high intensity interval training. Do some walking too. Get a good, and then run. I think you should switch it up. I don't know about that one.
Walking, I feel like walking is important when you want to rest.
Walking is very important. Yeah, I mean everyone should walk.
I feel like
obviously.
I feel like if you wanted to do a rest day, you should walk.
Yeah. Number 13, boredom is the diet killer. Yeah, a lot of you guys, you eat when you're bored. You guys should always be doing something, working on your projects or purpose and whatever you want to call it at work. You should be doing something at least. Don't just sitting around the TV all day doing nothing. You just end up eating and you get fat and you're going to end up like most of America right now. So don't be like the rest of America right now.
Yeah.
Number 14, don't keep junk food at home. It's just very obvious, guys. Stop making it hard. Stop making it easy for you to fail. Surround yourself and your house with good foods and healthy, nutritious snacks along the way. That is a cheat in itself. Number 15, never shop hungry. Yeah, make sure you get some good protein shakes and eggs in before you go to your local Costco. Just don't do it. Be mindful. Know yourself. Be prepared for yourself. Number 16, learn to control your impulse. A moment on the lips, an eternity on the hips. Yeah, guys, just don't. If you should know yourself, and you should know when you overreact and do bad things and eat peanut butter, jars of peanut butter. Don't be that guy.
Yeah, we've all had our moments, but understand that if it happens, just know that you made a mistake and just try not to let it ever happen again.
Exactly. Number 17, the 10 minutes of euphoria aren't worth the hours of regret. Yeah.
We've talked about that a lot.
Yeah, it goes without stating. Just, it's the pleasure foods, it's not worth it. That you're going to feel good after you eat the pizza, but you're going to feel like shit the rest of the night. So just don't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
16, stay active to avoid snacking. Exactly what we were saying before. Keep yourself busy. Don't be snacking all the time and spiking your insulin. Number 19, fat burners don't work. Yeah, guys. Eat real food. All these supplements, they ain't shit.
Yeah.
Just
don't have that stacker too.
Yeah, except for creatine and protein powder. Or anything else you don't really need. Just get your healthy foods in and you'll be all right. Number 20, fad diets don't work. Yeah, once again, you got to make your nutrition a lifestyle, not just a diet. Temporarily make sure you eat things that you can stick to. Number 21, choose a diet model that suits your lifestyle.
Exactly.
Same thing. You guys get
it. Create a lifestyle out of a diet. And we have been talking about that all video. And I'll use me as an example. So in my life, I would love eating steak. I would always like to have, some sort of meat, but I would also have it with like French fries or, some sort of carb, right? And so when I wanted to go into the ketogenic diet, I knew that I had to get rid of, those carbs and the fries and all those types of things. And so what I did was I just removed them. And initially I just removed them. I would get rid of them completely and I would only have the steak. And then I started adding things. So then I started adding butter to my steak. I started adding, avocado oil. I would have vegetables with it. I would try new vegetables. I was never really a big vegetable guy, but I started to learn to try different vegetables and certain things. Now I like different vegetables, which is great. It's the things you got to try to do to work with your lifestyle. And because if you could make it work with how you were and just tweak a few things, then it's like you never really changed.
22, you will have more energy when you're lean. Yeah, guys. Yeah. If you lose fat, you feel better, you move better, feel sexier. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's how you should be. At least when we do, when we work out and we have the most energy is when we're working out at the gym, when we're fasted and we're lean.
Yeah, exactly. Number 23, everything is easier with each pound you lose. Yeah, you just got to keep going, stay motivated. You feel good every time you lose a pound. Just keep going at it. Number 24, you are fat because you deny reality.
That's pretty true.
Yeah, a lot of people don't, people like to cope, you guys don't want to believe that you're, body positivity and all that. No, you're a lie, you're fat, you got to stop that. Once you know the problem, then you can find a solution. Number 25, girls don't prefer dad bods. Very true. If
They say
you're,
they do, but they don't.
that's just to keep you an idiot, which most guys are anyway. So those girls are very smart.
They prefer it until they don't prefer it.
Yeah, dad bods are not good, and you're not going to bang 7 days out of the week if you have a dad bod. Statistics say.
26. People respect you more when you're in shape.
That's right. Yeah, looks do matter for guys and girls, whether people want to admit it or not. It's the hard truth of reality. Sorry, guys, it's true. But the good news is, if you look good, you feel good, and people perceive you good. So that's always good.
Exactly. And that's 27. Look good, feel good.
I have nothing more to say than that. Number 28. You need to set tangible, realistic goals to stay motivated.
Yeah.
Be realistic.
Yeah. You can't just be like, yeah, in the next 30 days, I'm going to lose 100 pounds. I mean, some people can. Some people can.
Starve yourself, yeah.
But don't set it too high. You would rather set your goal low and over succeed than to set it too high and fail. You would just be like, okay, what seems realistic? Okay, I want to lose this amount of body fat in this amount of time. Okay, this seems reasonable. I feel like I can do that. I map it out. Like, okay, let me go for it. And if you do get there, then that's great. If you overdo it, or like if you go over that, then that's even better. You've overachieved, right? You don't want to, you don't want to set a boundary too high. You don't want to set a goal too high and then fail and then feel bad. And then when you feel bad, then you feel like you can't do this specific thing and you're going to end up going retreating back into your old ways. Don't never do that ever.
Exactly. Number 29, you need a physical activity to complement fat loss. Yeah, so that's why we say join combat sports. You need a purpose or something to do that actually motivates you to move more. Something competitive, some sports, anything, something competitive.
Yeah.
Get in there and then you'll be more active and it'll give
And
you
also
purpose.
work out. Like if you don't want to do a sport, just work out.
And you won't be as
constantly,
bored.
like almost every day, and that will help. 100%.
Exactly. Number 30, don't rely solely on one measurement. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to have one just to base it all. You want to make sure that you have different things that you got going on, and try to stay diverse and all that.
Yeah. Don't worry about like the specific weight. Look at your BMI. Look at all these different types of measurements, not only with like within your body, but also with your nutrition. Look at the the macros that you're eating. Look at all these different things. You don't look at one specific thing. If you gained 1 pound, but you're eating right, then don't go crazy because you gained a pound. There's probably a specific reason that happened, and don't let that deter you from continuing. I know a lot of people that do stuff like that, and it makes me go insane. So please don't do stuff like that.
Exactly. Number 31, take photos with yourself and measure for better accuracy. Yeah, and it's not just about the scale. Look at the physical, actual, you in the mirror to better understand how your body's reacting to what you're eating. Very true. Number 32, you must be patient. Yes, it takes time to lose fat. If you stay consistent, you can do it, but you got to understand that it just takes time. Number 33, you will plateau. Very true. Sometimes you got to just switch things up, shock the body, and you got to remain stagnant. Then you got to try something new and, go.
Yeah, like I talked about that a little bit before when I was talking about my fasting. That's what I would do because I would plateau sometimes. So I would want to shock my body to help myself regain that fat burning process. Sometimes sometimes if you do things for too long, your body will stagnate, and so you would want to shock it to prevent it from plateauing, and plateauing will happen a lot.
Exactly.
So just don't worry about it. If you plateau, just figure out a way to shock the body to let it keep going.
It will happen. Just adapt. Keep going. Don't stop. Number 34, don't get disheartened if the scales don't budge for a week or two. Exactly the same thing as we just said with plateauing. It's going to happen. Just stay consistent. Don't get butthurt and then start binging. Just don't do it. Just expect the obstacles to come and then overcome them. Number 35, sodium, carbs, bloating will affect day-to-day progress. Yeah, so be careful when you combine salt and carbs and processed foods. Just don't be eating that in general, but just be wary. That bloating will happen if you eat the wrong foods, and just know that it's just a little bloating. It's just temporary. It'll go away in the morning.
36, starvation mode is unsustainable.
Yeah, don't.
Andrew should know this very well.
Yes, I've done my 7-day fast torture share. Yeah, don't be starving yourself all the time. Intermittent fasting is good. Just make sure you're still getting enough calories in the day to maintain that muscle mass. 37. Yes, it sucks. Yes, it's rewarding as fuck.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Because I know a lot of people that are like, yeah, I want to get on this diet. I want to do this thing. And then they're in the middle of it and they're like, this sucks. But that's the point. It's hardship, right? When you want to get to something that you want, you have to go through hardship to get there. You have to, because once you achieve it, then it's more rewarding. And like he says, yes, it's rewarding as fuck when you finally get to that goal weight that you want to get to. When you get to that goal, uh, when you get to that goal weight that you want to lift, right? It's rewarding when you do it and you put in that work and you put in that effort. It sucks in the moment. It sucks before getting there. But once you get there, and you're like, look at all the hard work I did. Look at all that I went through all this struggle and now I'm here. And now what's next? And so let's go to number 38. Embrace the suck. It will make you stronger.
That's right. Yeah, as a man, especially, we need to go through things to make us stronger and go through our journeys. And it's all part of, if you're fat, you got to go through all these things just to lose weight. And you can do it with consistency and the right coaching. You can do it. Just got to embrace it, keep it going. Don't stop. It is what it is. Just keep staying consistent. 39, make preparations before a known cheat meal. Eat less, fast exercise. Yeah. Minimize the damage, guys.
Yeah, if we like we say on the channel, if you have a cheat meal, let it be spontaneous and only once, but as also minimizing the damage. But if you do know that you're going to have a cheat meal, let's say it's Thanksgiving, right? And okay, so on Thanksgiving, I know I'm going to have stuffing and mashed potatoes. Okay, so what am I going to do to prep myself for that? Okay, I'm going to do a 24-hour fast before Thanksgiving. That could be something right there. Or okay, so I had all this food on Thanksgiving. Now I got to go back to work and I got to put myself back on the grind, but now I got to go a little harder on myself because I went through that, so on and so forth. Make preparations of what you want to do if you're going to do a cheat meal or any type of, cheating at all. I'd say just don't do it in the first place. But if you have to, minimize the damage, please.
Always prepare for success. Yep. Number 40, you will make mistakes. Make sure you get back on the horse. Exactly. Just like, if you do a cheat meal, just know it's going to happen. Or if you accidentally splurge, just make sure the next day you get right back on it. That's the most important. Consistency is key. One day should not affect an entire week. Number 41, not everyone will support you. Great opportunity to cut people out. Yeah. Not everyone's going to be on board with you getting better, especially people that are fat. They're going to look at you and they're going to get jealous. So just be prepared. And you got to do what's necessary anyway. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Not everyone's going to be on your side, but you can find the people who will be on your side. And those are the people who are going to help you through your journey. Number 42, find a purpose in your cup. Vanity alone isn't enough. Yeah, guys. So just find a reason why you're doing what you're doing. Make sure you're doing it for you and make sure you're doing it for the best possible reasons and keep going at it and make sure you find a reason every day to get up and get at it.
Yeah, because once you know and understand the reason why you're doing it, it makes it more motivating for you to continue. It's if you just are trying to do it because that, my cousin Joe said that I should. Like it's like just because he said it doesn't really mean anything to you. If you look at yourself in the mirror like, "Oh, I need to get this done. Like I don't look good. I don't like the way I look. I want to do something about it." Now you have the motivation and now you can, push yourself through it. So I say find that purpose and continue. All right. So 43, always leave a margin for error when tracking calories. I think this is probably one of the best ones on here. I say, the human error is a thing. And so you might think, let's talk about calories and actually, let's talk about ingredients and stuff with margin of error because you might not have noticed maybe on a snack that you were eating. Oh, I didn't realize that there is this many grams of sugar in this in this bar that I'm eating. Now, and I went over my sugar intake for the day. This is a problem, right? That can happen. So understand that these errors might happen, and if you need to adjust the amount of sugars to or whatever type of thing it is, if you need to adjust anything, just let it be like that. Let it adjust it to make sure that there is a margin of error. And so when you go under it, then that's perfectly fine. You don't want to keep, you don't want to have stick by like 30 grams of carbs a day and you eat 30 grams of carbs a day. You would rather have it so it's like 40 grams of carbs a day, but you eat 30, just so then you have that 10 grams to work with if in case you eat something that's different that ends up going over. You don't want to screw yourself up.
Exactly. Just be careful what you're consuming and always know what's going on and be aware of the situation. Number 44, 100% of people who can't lose weight don't track calories.
Okay. I don't really track my calories anymore. At least I don't as often because I usually eat the same things every day. So usually my calories will always remain the same. If I eat something different, then I track calories because I'm going off my pretty much I'm going off script. And if I eat the same things over and over again because I like to be redundant in the things that I eat because I like the things that I eat. And so if I eat something different, then I need to know how many calories I'm having so then I know where I am in my day. Usually I'm only eating once a day and usually I eat all my calories in that one meal.
It depends also like the quality
So
of food, where you're eating and how you're eating and all that kind of stuff.
exactly.
Time of day. There's so many factors that go into it. Number 45. If your diet makes you feel like shit, it's a shit diet. Yeah, obviously, if you're vegan, no, just kidding. Kind of. If you're not eating the right food, your body's going to tell you, and you're going to be able to have to change that around. It's all part of the learning process and knowing what works best for you. So just be wary and know when you need to make some changes. Number 46, wherever movement is possible, move. Exactly. Always be moving, always be trying to get all the kind of exercise that you can, and always be burning calories no matter what.
47, your confidence will grow.
Yeah, we know.
And I am attest to this because before I started, doing my lifestyle now, I didn't really have as much confidence, but now I'm here chilling and I'm enjoying myself. Sometimes I'll have my days, but confidence is definitely improved.
It's no coincidence that I banged a lot more girls when I lost weight, but that's besides the point. It is very true. Number 48, lifting weights is king. Guys, you should be lifting weights no matter what. Get those bodies and joints moving. Burn that fat.
Build
Lifting
muscle.
weights are, you got to become stronger as a man. It's an absolute critical subject. Keep doing it. Number 49, your discipline will be tested repeatedly. Yeah. Life is a challenge. You got to keep pushing through it.
I'm pretty sure we've done a video on discipline and motivation. Motivation is very short term, where discipline is long term. Discipline is what keeps you going. Motivation is what helps you start off. So definitely, if you can maintain discipline and you know how to structure your discipline, you will be good. You'll be good to go. You'll be tested on it, but if you can stay on the grind, then you're good. And finally, we're at number 50.
Oh, I think it's just him advertising his thing.
Yeah, this is the best thing you will ever do. And then thanks for reading. And then he's got a whole big thing.
Okay, yeah, okay. Let's forget that. So yeah, guys. I hope you found some value in those 50 things. So if you guys have any comments and any comment about the video, make sure you put it in the comment section and hit the like button on the video if you have not already. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already and support us. You can donate to the Cash App link in the description. It goes towards the funds for this channel. We put a lot of hard work into it. We greatly appreciate it. So with that said, hopefully you guys start the year off strong and these tips help you, and we're going to see you guys in the next video.